for helping us. Thank you, Russ, for helping us to create a bigger vision for our club and supporting the club vision the whole year through. And today we would like, in the most humble way we can, to express our gratitude to you. And for the next 2 hours, I hope you enjoy it, right? We have, therefore, few role takers for today, and I would like to present them to you. The first one, of course, is our Zoom master, Yana Polyasikova, who has already explained the etiquette of the meeting. The only limitation I can find today is time. We would like to give as much time to everybody to speak. So we have indicated the time reference in the agenda next to the speaker. I would like our timer to explain to you the color signals for each time segment. Desmina Sideri, please.
Hello, everyone. The role is double today for the people who are in person and the people who are online. The rules are the same. The green light is you are eligible. The yellow one is you have to start to wrap up, and the red one is alert. So for the people who are in person, this is the option. And for people who are online, we have the timer in your screens. You will see it by the changing of the screen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we're going to play some music, Greek music during the break. We're going to have a 10-minute break in about an hour from now. And the music master for today has been Yana Kuluri. Yana is sitting over here. Thank you, Yana, for the music. So I would like just to say that this year we have been very active. And with your help, we were able to become a President Distinguished Club for another year in a row. Thank you so much for this. It's a great honor. We had 37 meetings. This is the 38th meeting, 7 of which had a celebratory nature. We had 3 grooming, mentoring, and extra sessions, 2 joint meetings with other clubs, 8 professional workshops on leadership and public speaking, 4 induction ceremonies and count, 5 social club events, 3 club contests, and 2 community and charity works, and approximately 100 first-time visitors. None of this, of course, would have been possible if it weren't for you coming to these meetings and offering your expertise and your knowledge, but also the club officers. So the first people I would like to express gratitude is the club officers. Our amazing treasurer is not with us today because he's on a business trip, but everybody else is here. So I would like to call upon Secretary Yana Kuluri to join us on stage. Here. Yes. Desmina, our Vice President of Public Relations, to come on here. Adelaida, the Vice President of Membership, to come here. And also our VP of Education, Yana Polyasikova. And ladies and gentlemen, what we have enough. So congratulations and thank you for your service. Oh, I can see the becoming very popular. Excellent. Thank you. All right, thank you. Yeah, well, this is this meeting and every other meeting would have been possible, especially going hybrid this year, if it wasn't for the dedication of the time and the volunteering of the speakers. And of course, Nikos, who will see him later on the screen. And of course, like I said, we are a family, and up next to our club, we belong to a district or division, to an area, and we have a district official helping us today. Again, Nikos Kriganos and all the people in area, director, and district have been very helpful. Thank you very much for your help. Now, the purpose, of course, of this meeting is to honor our honorees. Oh, and I'd like to welcome Elena, who's just joining us. I was just saying that how many times the district official has been very helpful to us. Thank you very much, Elena, for your help and your support. But it's also for, not only for honorees, but also for our members to train ourselves to learn how to express gratitude. Because culturally, in the human culture of the world, we tend to criticize and complain a lot. And we don't know sometimes how to express a gratitude. So today, all of the speakers are members of the club who volunteer. They chose for whom they would like to pay the gratitude. And they have absolute creative freedom. So I don't know what they will be speaking about. It's going to be a surprise for both sides. So let's see what's going to happen. But of course, like I said today, we have the international president of Toatmasters with us, which is a great, great honor. And of course, we are looking forward to his speech. But I have just told you, and probably maybe I said too many things about what we have done today, this year. But let's see, you know, a picture speaks 1,000 words, what we have done today. And one of our members, George Adaptacios, had this project of creating a short video to show who we are, who we really are. And I would like our Zoom master to play that video for everybody to see what we did this year. Thank you very much.
Whatever they can hear.
The tiny little checkbox bottom left when you share the screen.
Just a second, guys, because there are two computers.
If you share the screen.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone. So happy to be here with you. Welcome to our 160, 50, 80, don't know what number it is, but it's okay, great to meet meetings. We have a great theme for tonight, which is inspiration. And I'm so inspired looking at you.
Fellow Toastmasters, today I am going to show you light. I'm going to show you energy. I'm going to show our guests, goodness gracious, is this how they party around the world? Because I'm so fancy. You already know. So if you feel like dancing, dancing. If you feel like getting up when you speak, get up and speak. But today, we're not going to do I'm so scared and boring and dry. Today, we're going to have fun. Like we're going to go on a trip in a little rocket ship. Little Einstein, I'm aboard, get ready to explore. We're about to go on a rocket ship around the world, fellow Toastmasters. This is going to be great. Magic! Magic! Very good, Magic! Best Magic is in Dalmas Square. You, the lady that laughs. Please, buy my Magic.
You are late. Again, you are late. What has happened? I'm late because I saw a sign down the road. And what does the sign have to do with you being late? The sign said, school ahead. Go slow.
Should we bombardize Mars, like this guy proposed? Yes or no? Floor is yours.
Is the cat still open?
We are continuing. Perhaps next year we're gonna bombardize Mars. That was, by the way, our treasurer, Nikos. So we are here working for Mars. And today, again, we have the pleasure of having the international president with us. And dear Richard, I would like to say to you, thank you, because you opened for us an amazing year. And I have many, many, many reasons to thank you. And here's one. I met you in different occasions last year when I was traveling with Toastmasters Airways across the world. And during one of my visits in Langley Toastmasters Advanced in Hong Kong, I had the pleasure of not only just listening to you as a visitor, but also being at your workshop as a participant. And it was a leadership workshop. And I loved it, and I still remember it. Every time you speak, I feel calm and optimistic about the future. Now, can you imagine if any of us, when we speak as speakers, make our audience feel calm and optimistic about the future? What a movement of peace that is. And that is the strength of the speaker, Richard. He's an amazing speaker with such a strong charisma. But I have to say that although I enjoyed so much your workshop, at the same time, I was keep wondering, how come these people in Langley Advanced Toastmasters have the audacity to invite the international president of Toastmasters, and what kind of mindset they had to do so? And I kept wondering, oh my God, how empowering it would have been if he would also come to Athens, Greece to speak in my local club. So I asked you, and you very generously accepted our invitation. So it was exactly 1 year ago that you came and spoke to Athens, Greece. You were the general evaluator that day. And for us, you opened the floor to a higher vision. At that time, I was president-elect and I had a vision for the club, a vision that my members described as a strong vision. And we had all these activities you saw the last year, a very challenging year. And I believe that when you came in that meeting, I felt personally a very auspicious omen for what was about to come. So you opened the floor to a higher vision that is possible for all of us. And during the last year, we have created beautiful emotional memories and also compelling skills for all of our members and also for all the participants in our meetings. So I wholeheartedly thank you, Richard. And I would like to say again, if you start a meeting, a year, a plan with the international president visit, while he is the grandiose speaker that he is, a formidable speaker, you're apt for excellence. And that is why we excel this year, Richard. And thank you so much for coming again to the club. Thank you so much. As a member, every time that somebody comes, I always pay attention to what they say. And last year, Richard, as a general evaluator, said that you wanted to come back because you like the club and you wanted to give a speech in the club. So today, we're very happy that you are speaking, that your wish is becoming a reality. So ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, Toastmasters around the world, I would like to present to you the International President of Toastmasters, Mr. Richard Peck, with a speech about Toastmasters value. Richard Peck, our values define us. Our values define us. Richard Peck.
Well, thank you all for having me back at this club. It was a great opportunity when I was here the first time. And I remember one of the things that came out of the meetings that I had with the clubs in Greece were that the clubs in Greece were going to unify and spend more time getting to know one another, which had not been done before. And seeing so many people continue on just makes my heart warm, because I know that you're doing that and you're continuing to carry on your traditions and build your legacies for the Toastmasters in Greece. Today, I want to speak to you briefly about our core values, or about your core values, because there will be some that will align and some that will obviously be different. We all have our own core values. But before I talk to you about the Toastmasters core values and why I think it's important that we talk about them now, can someone tell me, you can type it in chat if you want, what we mean by a core value, what the characteristic is? I'll give a couple seconds, and if not, I'll just give you what that definition is as defined. I didn't know this club to be shy on putting responses into the chat window. All right, for the sake of time, core values are traits or qualities that are not just worthwhile, but they represent your highest priorities, your deeply held beliefs, and your fundamental driving forces. And those could be any number of things. It's really what you're passionate about. It's what you're not willing to sacrifice. John Maxwell says that your core values are the deeply held beliefs that authentically describe your soul. So although we have beliefs that overlap, core values that overlap, doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to view them the same way, define them the same way, or that they're going to be the same. And John Godoy posted guiding compass, and I believe that is a great way to look at it. What is going to guide you? The reason I want to talk to you about the core values today, and I think they should be shared again at the beginning of the Toastmasters year, is because this is when I've seen core values sacrificed. This time of year is when they are sacrificed more often than any other time throughout the course of the Toastmasters year. All right. Here's the question. Who can tell me the core values in the correct order? See, I had to put that correct order because I know everyone likes to turn them around to make them easier to remember.
Can I?
But go ahead, Arish.
I guess respect, excellence, service, and I forgot what it is. And something.
And something. There we go.
And integrity. Integrity, respect,
Integrity.
excellence.
So Craig
service.
has them in the right order in the chat window. It's integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And we often see respect move first because people like to see rise. It rolls off the tongue easier, but integrity is first. And we have it there because we believe without having integrity, everything below it falls off. So integrity is really the foundational piece. And integrity means that you have a quality, strong moral compass that you refuse to change, a principle that you refuse to change. Tony Dungy says integrity is the choice between what's convenient and what's right. What's convenient and what's right. And that's key right there. Because we oftentimes will say, oh, it's more convenient to do this, but it might not be the right thing to do. And integrity is the one value that I see sacrificed the most. And it's sacrificed the most for a number, for recognition. I have seen districts that at the end of the year, just prior to closing, were 5, 6 clubs short of becoming distinguished. And on June 30th, 8 or 9 clubs charter. And that district becomes distinguished for about 3 weeks. Because upon investigation, we found out that those clubs shouldn't have been chartered. They were chartered by one person. It was a drive to achieve a number or a status. Individuals will do that as well because they want to have that designation. But to what point? What point are you willing to have a designation? Are you willing to sacrifice the things that you truly believe in for a small gain? Those of you who have heard me speak before know that I don't believe in hanging anything on a title because titles go away. The individual stays. If you've sacrificed your integrity to achieve something and it goes away, that also makes you go away. That takes away from you as the individual. So integrity is one of those things that I hold to be the dearest thing in my life. And the one thing that I would never sacrifice to gain anything. The second item in our core values is respect. And respect is how we treat each other. Not only how we treat each other, but how we treat ourselves. We need to think about that. We need to think about respecting ourselves as well, and how we conduct things, how we say things, how we're looked at. We can't treat individuals different because of how we perceive them to be. Albert Einstein said, I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he's the garbage man or the president of the university. That is a true sign of respect when you hold people on the same level. We often see, and I've often seen, where the title has respect, but the individual doesn't. Which is more important, the individual or the title? And for me, it's respecting the individual. And it has nothing to do with what level they're at, what level of speaker they are, what they've accomplished in their corporate life, their personal life. An individual is an individual, regardless of background, regardless of anything. And we need to shift our focus, the way we view things. We need to lose our unconscious biases and make sure that we respect each other the same way. Every club I visited, all members were treated equally. And as I've watched around rooms, I've watched all of you treat each other the same. You exemplify that level of respect, but it has to be carried out regardless of where you are. Our next core value is service, and service is the action of helping someone to do something. And it should be helping that individual do something without having a checkbox that says, I helped you, now you need to help me. There should be no strings attached on what we're doing, why we're doing it. Mahatma Gandhi said the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. How many mentors do we have in the room? A few? Yeah, you're exemplifying that because you are immersing yourself in serving others and helping them achieve their goals. True selfless service without worrying about getting anything in return. Service is the act of doing, not the act of receiving. In the last core value, because this is a very short time window for us today, is excellence. And excellence means we're doing the best we can every time. Aristotle said we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. Every time we do something, every time we give a speech, every time we take on a leadership role, we should be doing it to our best, striving for excellence. Now, what your definition of excellence is and what my definition of excellence is may be different. But regardless of what it is, we're constantly striving for it. We're not settling for subpar. Whenever we sign up to give a speech, we should always be going to be excellent at it. It shouldn't be, oh, well, I wasn't prepared, I'm just going to give something out of my pocket today. Is that excellent? Is that respect? No. And now you're sacrificing your integrity. So think about it as you build on each thing that you do, as you meet each individual, as you conduct yourselves. Are you doing any one thing that is changing your core values, that is making you sacrifice them? And if you are, rethink the reason why. Rethink the reason why. I encourage you to define your core values and live up to them. Enjoy them. And never, ever, ever sacrifice them for a trinket, for a designation, for something that sacrifices you as an individual. And you will truly demonstrate what it is to be the uniqueness that you are. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Richard. You caught me. I was talking about respect, integrity, but it's integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And again, I will say, perhaps for the last time today, but I'll keep saying it. Even when you're not going to be President International, you're still going to be one of my favorite speakers. Thank you so much. Again, I feel already the peace movement coming in the meeting. And thank you again generously for your time and for building this sense of mutuality with all the members in our Toastmaster family. So now we will continue with the rest of the agenda, and I will continue, and I will take you the journey. The journey started last year with Richard. He came in June 2021. And like I said, we carry on the vision. And the vision was to bring us to these wonderful people that we'll see today and to be with them in the same meeting and to learn from them and to breathe the same kind of visions from them. And the first person who came in our club was John Godoy with his workshop, Remote Ready, How to Be Confident Communicator in the New Normal, at the end of September. And John showed an amazing patience with that, because at that time, our team was a new one. So we haven't really calibrated our movements. We were experimenting a lot. And John taught us never to have a karaoke meeting ever again in our lives. And you should be very proud to know, John, that we never had a karaoke meeting in HAU Athens. And for John, the designated speaker today is going to be Liana Koulouri, and I would like to call her on stage. Liana Koulouri is doing the visual communication pathways, delivering social speech. And today, still talking about John, Liana Koulouri, positive energy on board, positive energy on board, Liana Koulouri. Thank you.
Okay, dear John, I'm so excited today. I have the chance to express my gratitude, to express a big thank you for sharing with our club your skills, your knowledge, your time, and your positive energy. When our president, Georgia Panagiotopoulou, shared the idea about the gratitude meeting, I instantly knew I wanted to speak about you. Of course, throughout the year, we had the magnificent opportunity to receive all those great workshops from our special guests. But your workshop, Remote Ready, had the biggest impact on me and motivated me the most. Do you know why? When you started the Remote Ready presentation, you started with a yes or no question. Yes or no? Do you want to be seen as a competent professional? Yes or no? Bam, you got me. You got me right there. To be a competent professional. This is my vision. This is my goal, especially since last year where I became a head in one of the departments of the software company I work in. This is my #1 priority. You described so objectively the new world, the new remote world that we're living since the pandemic started. And you gave so successfully the challenges we face in this new world, the challenges of communication, interaction, team building. You shared such powerful tools. You enlightened us with best practices, how to face, how to handle these challenges in the presentation when we want to motivate our team, our audience. But the most important takeout, what totally captured me, was the gravity you give in energy, being energetic, being there in your meeting, and most important, to simplify the message to your audience. This is something that I try to apply on a daily basis with my team, with my audience when I have a video presentation. And your positive energy, your dynamism absolutely motivated me since that workshop. So, dear John, once again, a big thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish you all the best, professionally wise, career wise, personally wise, and who knows, maybe one day we're lucky again to host you live here in Athens, in our Toatmasters Club, to share an in-person ready workshop. Thank you very much.
Well, you can see the enthusiasm in Liana, and that's what we felt. John, for 1 to 2 minutes, the floor is absolutely yours.
Well, thank you, Georgia. I don't need 2 minutes. I'm going to keep it simple. As Liana said, keep it short and simple. The best thing I can say is thank you so very much, Liana and Toastmasters Athens. Those are actually probably the kindest words I've ever heard in my life. I'm trying to keep my composure in so many respects. I look forward to coming to Athens and visiting Athens and to spend time with the people and meet all of you. That would be the fundamentally most important aspect of the trip. So thank you very much. And you are so inspiring to see all of you speaking in English, in your second language. And it's just so inspiring and to see your development and your growth. So thank you very much. And I wish you all well.
Dear John, you're very humble, but I'd also like to add that because I had a lot of communication with a lot of people, you are one of the most professional people I've met. You always reply on time, you kept the deadlines, and you were social patience at the beginning of our endeavor last year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And since most people come to Athens once in a lifetime, we're definitely speaking the club when you're here. Okay? Is that a deal?
Deal.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So that was in September. So in October, we had our first joint meeting with Desert Kuwait, with Desert Pioneers Club in Kuwait. And that was possible because of the amazing VP, Shuhan Abdul Manaf. For that experience, our speaker today is Despina Sideri. She's also doing the presentation Mastery Level 3. And I would like to call upon Despina Sideri, when passion talks, Despina Sideri.
Thank you. Hello again. Hello, Shuhan. When passion talks, an amazing Toastmaster meeting can happen, right, Shuhan? The feeling I had from that meeting with you, Shuhan, and your club, the Desert Pioneers, was that all of you were so full of energy, full of love and desire to join this meeting. I can tell you that the same was for us too, for the Athens Toastmasters, and we all enjoyed lovely moments at that meeting, at that night. I have met you before in another HAU Toastmasters meeting. You delivered a speech, and your enthusiasm has thrilled me from that day. I don't want to talk about the technical parts of this meeting because your positive energy as the Toastmaster of the day in the joint meeting we have is what I admired most. You guided us and carried us away in a vibrant atmosphere in a jovial night. Some moments of that day were that the word of the day that you had in your club that you said that it was incandescent, absolutely connecting the passion. A person from your club who talked about the 7 types of love. All of you were smiling. We had a very challenging and amazing topics. And exchanging the roles, evaluators who did your speeches, evaluator speeches, and from your club to us too. You even played Greek music to us in the break. For me personally, I'm a fan of the motto, quote, or I don't know, you can call it however you want to call it, that if someone wants to succeed, she needs to have passion. In Greek words, we call that meraki. And I like that. I like that the energy that you had for that meeting. Connecting Hearts, Connecting Minds was such an amazing meeting for that meeting. 2 different clubs, 2 different cultures met together, share and exchange their experience from Toastmasters. So, Suzanne, I would like to thank you for organizing, for insisting on having this meeting, organizing, talking with Georgia and Jana, and organizing, having this meeting. And I hope to see you again, to have again a sequel, a part 2 of that meeting for the next year. Thank you a lot. It was very nice to meet you.
Okay, so now we are ready for a sequel. I believe I saw Fatima Noor on one of our screens. Maybe she's with us today because she's the president of the club. If we can.
Yes, but she's unable to open her camera. That's why she wasn't spotted.
But thank you for being with us, Fatima. Suhan, you are the reason behind that joint meeting. I think we came together in the best of times. Thank you for coming again. Thank you for making this happen. The floor is yours.
I'm actually speechless. If you can all hear me, I want to say that I'm actually speechless on what words you have told me, it's really, you all have touched my heart. This is why I can say that we are still connected, still connected. Wow. Actually, it was really amazing. And it was one of, I don't know, what should I call it? Like, call it a dream project or the things which I haven't expected, I just thought that, okay, let's do it. And it happened. So first of all, I would like to, thank Toastmaster Panos, whom he connected with me in District 20 here in Kuwait. Then he got me connected to you for HAU Athens Toastmasters Club in one of your meetings where Toastmaster Richard was the guest that time. And then I thought, okay, let's do, maybe we can, do something with them together. And then Panos got connected me to Toastmaster Georgia. And from there, we got connected. With that one connection, we made this meeting happen. And it's not only their team, even my team as well. They had also supported me that time, saying, okay, this is the thing that you want to do, so go ahead, do it. And that time, both of our sides, we were also going through some difficult times from here and there, but yet both of us did not give up. We just said, okay, let's do it. And that journey was really one of my best journeys, and it was one of the learning experience that what I really had, and this is what I really, want to keep this as a memory, as what HAU Athens and the XCOM team really kept it for. This is really, really something that I didn't think of, and this happened. This is just an achievement, we all have, and we all, keep in our hearts. Yet this did not end it over there. We were connected back then. We are connected now. Still, we are connected, and this will remain forever and ever and ever until unless I bid adieu to this world. So that's what I can say. And I just want to say thank you once again for having me today and making my day special. Thank you all. Back to you, Toastmaster Georgia.
Thank you. Thank you. It is our honor. Suhan is actually now a good friend. And out of the meeting, we had our first international member, Arish Jafar, and we have more for that at the end of our meeting. So it was a very successful meeting, and most of all, I don't think our cultures are different. I found out that Greece and Kuwait are actually very, very, very close culturally. So thank you. Thank you, Suhan, for wonderful, wonderful collaborations. We feel the same. Now we were finished in October, and we were adding starting November to experiment how to do a hybrid meeting. And that was a challenge that we are still facing until today. And during those adventures, there are some people that have been helping us because in their clubs, they have already been hybrid. And one of the people that are instrumental the whole year through is Mary Robson. She is the president of Whitley Toastmaster Club in UK. And she's has been a Toastmaster for more than 30 years. Actually, some of my members were not even born when Mary became a Toastmaster. She's a legend in UK, an award-winning Toastmaster for all of her contribution. And she has been always behind us, supporting us throughout this year. And to honor Mary, today we have Erikos Ardidis, who is also doing Persuasive Influence Level 3, and he will be speaking about her. And we're gonna show her picture, if it's possible. No?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Just give us a second, because Mary cannot be with us today because unfortunately she is recovering from COVID, but she asked me to convey her message and send her regards and congratulate the club and the officers team, in particular to Tommy, for being a president of this club once more. So I'd like to call Erikos Ardidis with his speech, Toastmaster, Erikos Ardidis.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Georgia. And allow me to start my speech with a personal confession. Mary, when Georgia proposed that I could deliver a graduate speech for you, I thought I will make this speech special to show everyone how special Mary was. And I started and I began to write a speech as if I were writing an essay. And then I paused and I asked myself, is that right? Will I do honor to Mary and the entire evaluation she did about me and the points she mentioned by writing an essay about gratitude? My fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, Mary was assigned as my evaluator in my leadership speech some 6 months ago, but the professionalism and experience was immediately obvious to me by the mail she sent me a night before the evaluation. She was delighted to be my evaluator and that my evaluation, she said, would be a challenge to her. And I thought perhaps maybe Mary is an inexperienced member and my 5th speech would really honor her and challenge her. Why not? I contemplated with just a little bit of arrogance. And then came the meeting. I met Mary in person, Zoom in person, whatever. And she seemed so calm, so courteous, accommodating and kind. It felt like a Toastmaster textbook case. And believe me, after being a member in 2 clubs for 1 year back then, it was the first time that I felt that I received the true gift of evaluation. And it manifested to me with the shape and form of honest and sincere feedback, which is almost the only thing that makes you and makes us better. And Mary, I can tell you that you know bloody well how to do that. Into my eyes, Mary was like a surgeon. She does not advertise her scalpel, and she does not use pompous lines or grandiloquent statements, just like I did now. And she is well beyond that point. She performs the surgery and she removes everything that needs to be removed, and she fixes everything that needs to be fixed without her audience even realizing what she's doing. But she's doing it perfectly, and she managed to accomplish that. And at that night, I was left staring at her, merging with adroit all the points I excelled at and all her recommendations in a non-offensive way. And at the same time, she delivered a high-quality message, a high-quality lesson to everyone. My dear Mary, I was a stranger and you received me in your rhetoric home. I was full with pathos and you taught me humility. I was hungry for logos and you fed me with an impeccable evaluation. And I was thirsty for ethos and you gave me to drink with a cup by leading with your example and by just being yourself, actually. And please accept this gratitude speech as a token of my appreciation, along with a not forgotten promise I gave you to come in one of your Oxford meetings and just to reciprocate the honor you made to a stranger, to a member that you did not know, because you know what they say, the quality of the people is measured by the way they treat those that do not know, that perhaps they have nothing to benefit from. But alas, Mary, you succeeded in that too. Eke Toastmaster. Behold the Toastmaster. Thank you, Mary, from the bottoms of my heart. Thank you. Back to you, Georgia.
What can I say, Rachel? I think Mary is going to be very, very proud. That was an excellent speech. And this is what happens if you have Mary as your evaluator, you become a better speaker. Congratulations. And that was month of November that we have another great meeting, because one of the best speakers in our whole region, an international director of our region, which is all of Europe basically, and one of the best female leaders I've seen, that I was so mesmerized when she gave her leadership workshop in the officers training, that I begged and I asked her to come and give the same kind of training in the club. And that is, of course, our wonderful Elizabeth Milstead, who gave the workshop 3 top secrets to great leadership in November 2021. And today, Ioana Margaroni will be speaking for Elizabeth. and she's doing the Visionary Communication Level 3 pathway. So I'd like to call upon her, Ioana Margaroni, showing the way, Ioana Margaroni.
Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other, as John F. Kennedy said. Dear Elizabeth, I saw you for the first time in our meeting in November 2021, and you delivered the workshop that was titled 3 Secrets to Great Leadership. What I admired most was how you merged this invaluable topic with what Toastmasters is all about. As the whole world is transitioning into a new era of awareness, a new era of being, a new era of doing, you planted a seed, not just in our minds, but in our hearts that will bear fruits for years and years to come. You spoke about self-leadership, vision, and team building as the 3 secrets to great leadership. Isn't that what Toastmasters, not so secretly, is about? What captivated me was the term that you used, self-leadership, and your presentation motivated me to delve deeper into the experience of personal mastery. I can say with certainty that I'm not the same person I was back in November in 2021, and I have to thank you for that, for planting that little seed. And of course, after that meeting, I had to reach out to you, and this is how I visited 2 clubs in Sweden where you are a member. What stood out for me was your calm, kind, and supportive presence, especially when it was the contest of your club. Dear Elizabeth, I thank you so much for your presence in Toastmasters, in our meeting tonight, and I wish you a fruitful path ahead in life, where your presence will keep shining like a beacon, not just to Toastmasters, but to all leaders of today and tomorrow. Thank you. Back to you.
As a Toastmaster, as a leader, as a woman, I second that wish for you, Elizabeth, because you make all of us better and you're going to give all this beauty to the world. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very kindly, dear Iona and Madam, Mr. International President, Madam President Georgia, and fellow Toastmasters around the world. It's my extreme pleasure to visit with you again. And I thank you very much, Iona, for your kind words. I'm so grateful that I could visit this wonderful club again, especially when I can't be there in person. But one day I'm going to get back there again. I'm so grateful to receive your kindness and generosity. First in the officer training, and then second to visit your club and offer some other words of wisdom that I gained over time. And I was extremely grateful that you came and visited the clubs that I belong to. So please come back and visit again. You have also planted a seed in my heart of the wonderful warmth and generosity of your club in Athens. And I believe that exists in most of the Toastmaster clubs around the world, but it especially shows up in your club. I thank you so much for welcoming me here this evening and every time I visited. Madam Toastmaster.
Thanks, Elizabeth. And I also like to say that the club vision, the 10 principles on which all the officer grid is based, was birthed 100% because of Elizabeth's workshop and work. Thank you again so much. That was a vision that took us here and we're still going strong. And then we reached the month of December, and the month of December, that was probably one of the busiest months we had. And we started very strong, the first meeting, with another joint meeting. This time with another club in the area, the Thessaloniki Toastmasters Club, with an amazing, amazing team, and probably one of the clubs that has been the closest throughout the year. And for that experience, and also the help from YouTube Greece, the channel we're having, I would like to call one of our members to give the speech for that, and that is Vasiliki Xifteri, with your speech, Life Force, Vasiliki Xifteri. We have exams, so we're not supposed to clap right now. Mr. President, Mr. District Director, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I'm very proud to talk about the work of two ladies that actually put the word service into use for every club in Greece. They managed to select the best of speeches, put them on YouTube, put us out there, and make a perfect PR for what is going on in Greece. And for that, ladies, we are grateful. When two clubs collaborate, they create a life force. They create strong bonds. They honor not only the values of Toastmasters, but friendship. I feel really, really honored that I mentor two of Thessaloniki's members, and I also feel honored that they had the openness to allow members of our club to be in their club, to speak and make things easier for everybody. This type of collaborations is what Toastmasters is all about. This is the way we need to proceed and be the best we can. Thank you, ladies, for what you have been doing for us, and thank you for what you have been doing for members of your club, of our club, and all around Greece. Thank you. Athanasia, I'd like to say in public that I think we share the same values. We are both very inclusive and very transparent in what we do. And we try both to bring the clubs together. Now, as a president of HAU, I always address all the invitation for all the special events and workshops we have throughout the year to all other presidents and ask them in case they would like to pass on the information to their members. Now, the unfortunate event is that both our clubs are meeting exactly the same hours and the same day of the week. Despite that fact, you are the only president the whole year who has supported this idea of transparency and collaboration to the highest level, and you kept the information going even when it was against your own meetings. You know, I'm more than grateful to sharing with me this kind of core values that you also have. And of course, Eleftheria Pandousi has been also this gold worker behind YouTube channel for Greece. And she cannot be with us today because it's working, but she has sent a video, which now we would like to share. And after her, I will give you the floor.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters of Hellenic American Union in Athens. My name is Pandousi Eleftheria, and I am a member of Thessaloniki Club since October 2020. I really would like to thank you for the invitation in this special event that you have organized, the special event that you would like to share your gratitude with the other clubs and members that they have collaborated with you throughout the Toastmasters academic year. I also would like to congratulate you for your President Distinguished classification. And I would also like to congratulate your President, Georgia Panagiotopoulou, who I really admire and I love. She's a very exceptional lady. And I think that she has contributed a lot to the effort that your club has made and the level that he has achieved. I also would like to congratulate our president, Athanasia Houfarda, who is like the same kind of Georgia Panayotopoulou, in my opinion. I believe that both clubs, they had a very nice collaboration throughout the academic year that has already, it's almost actually 2 and up. We are very honored to have such presidents that they can really sustain and represent the leadership skills that we learn in the Toastmasters organization. I was secretary in the Thessaloniki Toastmaster Club for the last year. And I was also involved in the process of the videos that were uploaded in the Toastmasters Greece YouTube channel. And I will take the chance to invite you, each one of you who would like to be also involved and to be educated in how you could process and upload a video of a Toastmasters speech or another video recording in the channel, that me personally, I'm eager and willing to offer the training. That's all from me. I won't take more of your time. Thank you very much for the lovely invitation and best wishes to all of you. Best wishes for health, happiness, and progress in every sector of your life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Natalia, and she's going to be an amazing mentor for anybody who would like to continue the spectacular work on the channel. Now we have one more speaker before the break, and that will be Athanasia. Athanasia, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Georgia. I hope you can hear me well. I have an issue with my microphone, so give me a thumbs up if everyone can hear me. Great. I will start by saying that my parents raised me saying that treat everyone the way you want to be treated. And I think this is why you mentioned about sharing all the events, although we had them on the same day. I wanted you to share my events. That's why I shared them. This is what Toastmasters is all about, supporting each other. And I would never put my club and hold this knowledge that you were sharing with all these honored guests that you had. It was excellent to listen to all the speakers, and we actually gained from their experience. So thank you for organizing this throughout the year. And I want to express my gratitude to you and all the members for all the work that you do and the joint meeting that we have. And I am very proud also for our members in Thessaloniki Toastmasters. Like, I'm really emotional and blushing right now with all the kind words that I heard. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I will not take any more of your time. Keep supporting and implementing the 4 core values of Toastmasters throughout your life, and be excellent in every level. Be the best that you can be. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nastia. The truth is, we did also share your activities and everyone else in our Facebook group, in our media, because we actually do that as well. We believe in that value. We should just collaborate. We're not here to antagonize each other. We're here to supplement each other. And for those who don't know, HAU, although we had exclusively invited these people, gave the content of the workshop with their permission, of course, in the YouTube channel, and now they're public knowledge for everyone in the Toastmaster community. So this is the time we're going to have a small break of 10 minutes for both people in person and online. For those online, you're going to have the pleasure of listening to real nice, good music. But before we leave you for your break, let us take some commemorative photos, please. For both people online, our Zoom master will direct you, and here in person.
I'm
Zoom or-
thinking of coming up here, all of them. Okay, this is not together.
Ah,
In front of this
okay.
projector,
So
all
let's hold
the
it here.
in-person people,
Are you gonna get up?
somehow.
Yeah,
you know,
let's do it.
Because
let's be-
they won't see me well. If I go like this, they'll see me better. Oh, my head's floating.
You see, we can play the background.
Ah,
Go.
yeah.
Okay, we can do like that in the back. Wait for them.
You talk, you talk.
Too many of you.
Oh, back up here, please.
No, don't worry about covering it because she'll take a
She wants to
screenshot.
get that. Okay.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3,
cheese.
smile.
Talk to us. Is it a
Okay,
video?
okay.
For the online audience, we are fine, I guess.
Okay. One with this one, sure. Okay. Just want to say one thing. I understand some people have to leave. Is anybody who's leaving us? I know joining us in the second part of the meeting, please. We would like to say goodbye now. You're welcome to stay. We would love to see you, but just let us know. Is everybody staying in? Richard, you're leaving us. Okay, so thank you very much for coming. Elizabeth as well. Thank you so much for coming. And we'll see you in Greece next time, okay? And also, who else is leaving? Some members. Okay, Suhan, now you're staying, Suhan. You have to stay. Listen to the music. Okay. All right, goodbye. See you in Greece next time. Thank you for coming. Okay. Dear fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests, we're getting back together for the continuation of our meeting. Can we resume the recording?
Yeah, it is resumed.
Okay, hello everybody again. There is a slight change of plans because some of our members need to leave early. So we will continue with the tributes to probably one of the most amazing Toastmasters in the whole world. And I can see he's online, and this is your time, Tracy, to open up your camera, because whoever been in that meeting, and that meeting was in April? Yes, in April. And when things were getting really, really tough, the news about the war, and all we wanted is inspiration. And we saw him in our video. He was the star of that video together with our treasurer, the amazing Tracy Baker, who was our Toastmaster of the day in the most amazing, full of motion meeting. And to speak for him today, we have Vasiliki Sifteri. You had me at hello. You all had us at hello, Tracy. Vasiliki Sifteri, you had me at hello for Tracy Baker, everybody. Da-da-da-da. Yes, we have this crazy energy in the room. Yes, we're ready to follow the magician of the Zoom stage. Tracy, if only all Toastmasters would carry your energy, your passion, your wonderful connection with music in a Zoom meeting, then let me tell you something. Not only we wouldn't have lost Toastmasters during this whole COVID era, but I have a feeling we would have doubled at least our members in Toastmasters. What a presentation. What an integrity. Do you know how we felt your integrity? Because you had the passion to let us all be in your room, in the presence of your, how can I say it? In the presence of your inner energy. We all felt it, we followed. You were amazing. And I can't thank you enough because you also gave us some very interesting
insight of how the meeting's supposed to be. Thank you so much for taking the time to be there and really be there, because this is what Toastmasters is all about. It's not about being physical. Sometimes we are challenged to be in a different location in Zoom. And yes, we can carry the energy and we can thrive. And this is what you showed us. Thank you so much for your presentation. And thank you so much for being your wonderful self. And just for the record, Tracy was here on the 23rd of March, 2021, and it was the most amazing meeting in 2022 so far. Tracy, you're kind of the mascot of the club now. Would you like to get the floor for 1 or 2 minutes, please?
Absolutely.
Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Wonderful, Madam President, fellow Toastmasters from around the world. This is a wonderful day. I have never seen a meeting where they do guest appreciation. I love it. This is great. And not only because I'm coming back, but to see and hear all the different other stories, I love it. That means that this club is an international, worldwide phenomenon, President's Distinguished, of course, and people are taking notice of what's happening in Greece. I took notice of what happened in Greece a long time ago. I joined Toastmasters out of Izmir, Turkey, which is right across the Aegean Sea. As a matter of fact, I used to go to Greece every once in a while on a ferry. I had a military passport, so I would go back and forth all over the place, and it was wonderful. And I want to come back again in the future because you all have a power and energy and passion that I love. Now, there's some things I'm going to give you that's going to make this club grow even better. Number one is continue the momentum. And what I mean by that is your club is so on fire, so beautiful. The only thing I can nitpick about this club is that the momentum stops too many times. When I was here the last couple of times, things would be going great, and all of a sudden, for whatever reason, the momentum stops. Then we got to build it back up. Today, we had the technical issues. We started a little bit late, those type of things. If we're talking about excellence, this worldwide club has to be on point all the time. Start on time. Make sure your tech issues are worked out. Make sure the speeches are great, because that's what guests need to see, and that's what they want to come back and be enamored by and motivated by. So if I can give you some advice to make this wonderful club even better, make sure you keep the momentum. Make sure all these beautiful, wonderful faces are up there. Make sure everybody is being highlighted as a star. Don't single out a person. Don't say, oh, Tracy Baker has all the energy. No, we all should have the energy. And when you highlight that one person has it, especially if he's not in your club, other club members may say, well, maybe, I don't know if I can do it if Tracy Baker has to come from around the world. So embrace your club, love your club. You're doing a great job, HAU. And I definitely think that this is one of the best clubs I've seen. Kudos to Director Peck. I know he had to leave, but I want you all to continue to rise, be the wonderful Greece club that you are, and above all, continue to make international connections. With that being said, I don't know any of the Greek sayings. I tried to learn them the other week when I was there, but whatever it is in Greek, this is a phenomenal club. We'll see you in the future. Back to you, Madam President.
Toastmasters, trust, and yes, we're not singling out anybody, we are including everybody, but we also love what Tracy brings to us each and every single time. And we are still looking forward to see you in Grace, Tracy, and maybe just go around all the clubs to bring exposure around.
I'm Thompson, so I must just email the document to me draft up the Gabby. Him say I'm moving, and they go find what yesterday go deal with one.
And now I'm going to take you back into December 2021, where we had our second special meeting. And we had one of the most generous Toastmaster, an amazing educator, a long life learner, Percy Gotuako. Now, Percy is in China at the moment. That's why he couldn't join us today. But of course, everybody loves Percy, and Percy has been giving to our district so many wonderful professional workshops. And today, Ioanna Margaroni will be speaking for him. So I would like to call upon Ioanna Margaroni, a pitch of inspiration. A pitch of inspiration for Percy Gotuako, Ioanna Margaroni.
Every single one of us has the ability to speak with greatness. Dear Fercy, this was one of the phrases that you used in December 2021 when you were a guest in our club and you delivered a workshop. Its title was Let's Get Spicy, and you showed us how to spice our speeches up with a dash of gestures, seasoning of language, and some sprinkles of voice dynamics. And you also used some very tasty props. We sure had a great recipe. Your presentation was truly a feast for the eyes, for the ears, and for every sense. But the first time that we welcomed you was about a year ago in June 2021 in a meeting themed, You Are Reaching for the Moon, or rather, the moon is reaching for you. And you delivered an amazing, a beautiful table topic speech. What I love about you is that you are cooking, I meant speaking, from the heart. And you are warming people's hearts. When you are on stage, you somehow make it feel grander, like that of an ancient theater, an open theater, and you unfold magic and inspiration. Somehow in 2022, I was so fortunate to get 1 hour of mentoring from you. And I am so grateful for this heartful connection. Through every meeting of ours, what you have given me is the invitation to take the risk and embody more of who I am as a speaker. Dear Fercy, thank you so much for your presence in our life, in Toastmasters, in our club. I wish you a joyful path ahead, where you will be able to touch even more people's hearts and remind them that they are meant to speak with greatness. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Percy, we miss you, and you certainly told us that writing and presenting a speech can be as easy as cooking. And we have cooked so many delicious speech after your presentation. We're looking forward to see you in person as well. So I'm taking you back now from December. We had a beautiful Christmas meeting, and then we came back. We had our New Year's meeting, and at the end of January, we had a very special workshop that for us, all of us non-native speakers in English, was something very important, because sometimes all you need is like the emotional understanding that your accent is good enough and you should know how to own your accent. So we had the amazing Serena Mann. Speaking confidently with your accent was your professional workshop. And our newest member, who at that time, Serena, was just a guest, imagine how impactful that was, decided that he wants to speak about you. So I would like to welcome Nikos Kolokatis, a story to be heard, Nikos Kolokatis.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. That workshop that Serena presented was focused on accent and pronunciation. She was an inspiration to me, not only as a way to improve my communication skills, but also on a personal level. As Georgia mentioned, it was my first Hellenic American Union Toastmasters meeting as a guest, and I was very lucky to meet this amazing team, as well as Serena, who was there and shared with us her story and her experiences with these two topics. But she did more than this. Serena explained to us the differences between accent and pronunciation, and we all learned a lesson. We should accept our accent because it says a story about who we are and about where we were born or our life where was around the earth. So we should accept it and own our own story. And if we are confident enough with this, other people are more likely to accept it or not even notice it. I was also very impressed by Sarina's communication skills. For example, how she could depict so amazingly a conversation with a friend by just moving the position of her body. It was a very interesting workshop, and I've learned a lot of things. And Sarina helped me to see things through a different perspective. For example, like how we can be confident with our accent and own it and shine, in our second, for example, language. I would like also to share with you a message that came after that meeting, is that we should all celebrate more our differences and not change who we are, or for example, our accent, because this is us and we were only born once. Thank you so much, Sarina, for reminding this to us, and for sharing, and for your passion, your willingness to share your own story with the club. I would like to wish you all the best, every success, happiness, and health. And of course, we would like to see you again and share with us more exciting stories. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nikos. I have to say, this is the second speech in the club, and it's already impressive. And your flow is impressive. It's really impressive. Congratulations. Sarina has done a very, very short but very effective video. And please, I'd like to invite you to see how much she says in just 46 seconds. So I'd like to now our Zoom master to show the video.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters all the way in Athens. Isn't it amazing what we can do in our virtual environment? And what I can see is that you've certainly made the most of it. You've reached out to clubs all over the world and invited guest speakers to speak in Athens virtually. I was one of them, and thank you so much for inviting me. I enjoyed delivering my talk, and I enjoyed interacting with the group. I can see that you've got really high standards, and I can also see that Georgia and the committee have worked really hard to make your club the best it can be. And also, you made the most of the virtual environment. So well done on that. I'm sorry I couldn't join you this evening, but I'm sure it will be a fantastic event. So I look forward to hearing more about your club and activities, and wish you all the very best.
Come on, everybody. And now we were back in February, and the vision for this club was the first few months, September, October, November, December, we're building speaking capacity. And then during January and February, we're preparing our members to compete. So we had our contest. And then after March, we started helping our newest member to become better evaluators, because at that time, by that time, they have delivered their speeches, so they are ready to become great evaluators. So we invited amazing speakers and some of the best evaluators I've seen. And one of them, of course, is the person who taught me the basics, the A to Z of evaluation, the old club mentor and very good and dear friend of the club, Steve Hansen. Steve Hansen with his workshop Evaluations. And I couldn't ask for anybody else to honor Steve, but the member who has been here even longer than I have been, and there's only one person at the moment, which is Tarek Desir. So I would like to call upon Tarek Desir, who's doing also the presentation mastery level 3. The sixth month, Tarek Desir, everybody.
Thank you, Madam President. Steve, as Georgia has mentioned, that I am one of the oldest members of this club, and I am the record keeper. So I have all that knowledge of when 10 years ago, we were not districted in any district, we were undistricted. So we didn't have any areas, we did not belong to the division. We could only send tapes to internationals to be allowed to compete. And during that time, we had you as a guest. And I never knew that our club can invite guests to instruct us, to teach us, to mentor us. And it's one of those things that after your workshop on explaining evaluations or how to organize a meeting, it was that moment that I felt the coolness of what Toastmasters is all about. And from that moment, I learned many things about communication, about life, and about your favorite restaurant, Nova's. Nearthesiu. And after your presentation, I had this idea that you are the godfather of this club. You are the Nunos of this club, which is godfather in Greek. And I want to thank you for every year visiting us in the summertime to bring the information that you've learned. Also practicing your workshops that you would give to other clubs, because that's something I didn't know also, that you can use this space that we have here to experiment, to see how it works. And I really appreciated that. Another thing that I also want to mention is that during the time that our club had activities, we traveled to about an hour and a half away from Athens to an ancient theater called Epidavros. And if you want to know someone in a very, very clear and understanding way, go on a road trip with them. And I was on a road trip with my girlfriend, Steve, and his wife, Eugenia, and we got lost. But we didn't feel like we got lost because Steve was explaining a very interesting story. We had a great time. I just told him that another 30 minutes, we'll get there soon. It's not gonna take us any time. And I really enjoyed that trip because once again, you mentioned Landos. And before I leave, Steve took me to Landos. And I must tell everyone here, everyone virtually, you must go there because it is fantastic. Steve, thank you for being the godfather for our club, and I can't wait to see you when you visit Greece again.
We're looking forward to see you again. And just to say that again in Greek, Tarek, nonos. You are the nonos of the club. Steve, we're looking forward to listening to you. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam President and HAU Athens Toastmasters. More about Tarek here in a minute. But first of all, it's pretty interesting to be here for your 415th meeting, because my first meeting for HAU Athens was meeting number 3 in September of 2005. And even before what Tarek talked about sending videos for training, before that, we did it on our own. I would bring things from the United States over here, and a couple of the Toastmasters, Christina Roca, I think you know, some of you know her, and Arsenoi Laniotti with her place on the Gulf of Corinth. We did our own officer training and some workshops as well. So I started out as the crazy uncle, godfather, I guess, for the club. That was, oh gosh, 18 years ago, 17 years ago. Now I'm the crazy grandfather, the papu for HAU Athens. Had I known that I was considered to be the godfather, I might have made a few people offers they couldn't refuse. But Tarek described a road trip where we got lost. Yes, you'd think we could find Epidavros from Athens, but we didn't. We took a wrong turn, but we ended up in the middle of a herd of sheep. I guess that was just part of the experience to get to the ancient theater. But we got there and had a wonderful time watching Oedipus Rex. That's one of the important things about a Toastmasters Club, the social aspects. But I'm glad for those of you who were able to sit in on my workshop evaluations. Yes, I am the crazy old man who held up a lighthouse. Here it is. And just to remind you to be a lighthouse and guide people toward where they need to go as an evaluator and away from places they need to stay away from. It was just a wonderful experience and a wonderful opportunity. And I look forward to seeing you folks this year in Athens, probably in September. It depends on a couple of medical adventures that I'm going through. But until then, I will be thinking of Greece. There we go. And I look forward to seeing all of you. And again, thank you for participating in my workshop. Maybe we can do another one live. Madam President.
September, October, whenever you come back. Now we're going to talk about Sam Warner. And Sam Warner has been one of the most, I think, charismatic facilitators. He has this deep understanding of what it takes to convey what she knows, and she knows a lot. And she came to our club twice because we loved her so much. And she gave us epic evaluation, how to improve evaluation feedback skills as a workshop in March. But she came back in April, and that time she presented how to prepare a TEDx talk workshop. It was really popular in a club and also with other visitors. And to speak about some, we have one again of our newest members. It's going to be online. This is Eleana Mitsotakis, who is also doing presentation mastery level 3. Eleana Mitsotakis, an educational moment full of wit. An educational moment full of wit. Eleana Mitsotakis.
So on April 13th, we had the honor to host Sam Warner, distinguished Toastmaster, professional speaker, and trader, who delivered a very insightful workshop on how to prepare a TEDx talk as part of our educational moments section we had on the agenda that day. The topic was rather timely, given that at the time, a TEDx event was actually being held. First of all, I would like to say that we are very grateful to Sam for taking the time out of her schedule, out of her busy schedule, to address our club, and that we feel very fortunate and privileged to be visited by speakers of such a high caliber. Sam managed in a very short amount of time to condense her extensive knowledge on the specific topic and convey to us all the necessary valuable information ranging from the application process to the actual delivery of the speech. She explained the concept of the TEDx and how it was created as a spin-off from the original TED events. And she made us also consider the reasons as to why one should deliver a TEDx talk and the ultimate benefits one hopes to get out of it. She highlighted the originality feature a speech should have in order to be selected. And as she vibrantly stated, and I quote here, "We are looking for someone that has a burning idea that will stay alive till they get it out." And last but not least, she highlighted the fact that the TEDx teams, in which many Toastmasters actually participate, provide the necessary support in form of rehearsals in order for the speakers to be properly prepared ahead of the big day, pointing out at the same time that participation to the event is not limited to professional speakers alone. What I particularly appreciated was Sam's unique presentation style. Throughout the whole presentation, Sam was both witty and informative. She had a great sense of humor and theatricality, and those are key features that helped her draw the attention of the audience. Her presentation has definitely served as a first step guide to get to know the particulars of TEDx talks. But the thing that I think impacted us the most was the fact that speaking with such a great deal of passion and enthusiasm, she managed to instill to us the idea that any one of us could actually take part in such an event as a speaker, as long as they have a worth spreading idea to the world. So on behalf of HAU Toastmasters, I would like to thank Sam Warner for this memorable presentation and hope that she will join us again sometime soon in the future. Madam President, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eleana. Thank you for joining. You just recovered from COVID, so it's good to see that you're okay. We're looking forward to seeing you in person very soon. Sam has sent her a video, so now we will play Sam's video to see what's like to address the club.
Athens Toastmasters, thank you so much for having me. I had a really great time when I visited you on a couple of occasions to deliver some training. And I'm just really glad that you asked me, because I got to meet a vibrant, supportive club with some fantastic potential. I love the way that you are supportive of each other, some really good quality evaluations in there, which is the golden nugget of Toastmasters. And I can see your club becoming incredibly successful, even more than it is already. And I can tell there's going to be winning speeches coming out of the club because you're committed to your personal development. So congratulations on a really brilliant club. I really enjoyed myself. And who knows, maybe I'll come back for a visit soon.
Now we leave, we will see some of these people in person, because Athens is very popular and Greece is very popular. So I'm looking forward to that moment. But overall, I just want to say that all of you gave us a lot of joy this year, and joy is the simplest form of gratitude, as Karl Barth says. And if it wasn't for all the international guests we had, not only our facilitators, and there were about 70 people the whole year, we wouldn't have experienced that sense of belonging to the what I call the global stage. The virtual stage for me is a global stage. And I don't know another person who can be the living proof of that, but our international member, Aris Jaffer. Aris, where are you from? Where are you from, Aris Jaffer?
I am from Mars. I came in peace. Dear President, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, for those who don't know me, I am not from Mars, of course. I am a Toastmaster member since 2013, and I became addicted to Toastmasters. I became DTM 2 times. It's not a big deal, honestly, because DTM is just an award and we achieve it just to improve ourselves. And it's like all other awards. However, let me take you all back to the beginning of this pandemic. We were locked down, we were in our houses, and honestly, I am not a person who can just sit and wait for the moment to come. So what I did, I was thinking what I can do and how can I be enjoying the time even sitting at home. So there was this in TikTok and Instagram, something called Don't Rush challenge or something like that. So I wanted to do that, but because I am addicted to Toastmasters, I wanted to convey all the idea together. So we did it with an amazing group of Desert Pioneers members. We have Sohan here. And then it did not stop here. It was all around, and I can send you the links later, but it did not stop here. It came to my mind that how I can connect all the members around the world and still tell them that let's stay at home and be safe. And this is how we started making a video with like having a note, written our words, and move this note from one to another. And I had people from US. I am feeling bad that I didn't know you back then. I had from US, from UK, from India, around the world, Kuwait, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, everywhere. And from that moment, I wanted more. And when Desert Pioneers said that we will have this meeting with you guys, in the beginning, I didn't know, like, okay, let's see. But I fell in love with all the members of HAU Toastmasters Club, Athens Toastmasters Club, and in love with all the concept that I'm receiving from all of you. I've learned a lot, and yes, we are in Toastmasters, we're learning so much things, but in here, in Kuwait and in District 20 and all the countries, I'm learning a lot, but it became like something normal. Khalas, I know everything now, I'm helping everyone, but I wanted something new. And here where I found that here in this club, I'm learning new things that I never seen in our clubs. And I'm taking those ideas, like this meeting today. I never heard about something like that. And I am amazed with all the efforts HAU Toastmasters Club are spending to have a great event like this. I am honored to be one of this club, one of those members in this club. And I am happy to be here. I encourage each one of you to be a member in a club that's not even next to you or not even in your region. And let me tell you something, I can't feel that we never met in person. I feel that we know each other's long time back, like Georgia, Nikos, Erikos, everyone. I love you all. I am proud to be your member. I am actually encourage everyone to find your love in other clubs and be there, and don't be just in Mars. Be with your club, even if it wasn't in your region. You will fall in love, I'm sure. And here, HAU Athens Toastmasters Club is the final destination for you if you are searching. Thank you so much, and back to you, dear President.
We are happy and we are so lucky to have you with the whole year through. And I think by now, Aris has been the champion receiving the enthusiasm award that we give every time. I think she has the largest collection so far for the right reasons. Now, we had some guests over the years. Some of them are frequent, they're coming back. And from all the frequent guests, now I can only see actually Frank is in the meeting. And I would like to give you the floor, Frank. And I have to say that I was just reviewing the whole year, just preparing for this meeting. And I saw one of your speeches was the potato massacre. And I loved it. I watched it again. It was so funny. Tell us how you are. We haven't seen you for a while. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Georgia. Yeah, I was doing a bit of research as well prior to this meeting, even though you said, Frank, just be there, you don't have to do anything, but you know me, Georgia, right? And by the way, for everyone in this audience who doesn't know or who should know Georgia, it's all your fault, because I met Georgia at the Kifisia Toastmasters Club, and she invited me one day to join the HAU Toastmasters Club. And I made a little bit of notes by myself. So I joined the club on the 20th of September, and then I gave my first role as an evaluator of Liana Kulo's speech, Go Team, Go Green. Very impressive speech, I have to say. And Liana, I think you progressed quite well and developed quite well since then. I hope my evaluation plays a little bit of part of that one as well. My first speech was a famous potato massacre. I promise. Since then, just a few potatoes went to the other side, if you know what I mean. And the last time I was with you guys was on the 16th of February. I was also the visit counter. I was general evaluator when I did, I think Aris was you when you were the Toastmaster of the day. So I remember that quite well. I hope you too. And yeah, I would like really to be more with this club, because I could see every time I'm here, I feel like home. That's basically I can say about this club. Why you didn't see me so often is due to some private thing that happened in my family. So I'm coming back to green, if I may close the cycle back to Liana's speech September last year. But it's always a pleasure to be here with you guys. I don't feel like a guest from somewhere. I feel like kind of member of this club already, even though I'm just rarely here with you. But as Arnold Schwarzenegger used to say, I'll be back. Back to you, Georgia. And thanks for having me.
Yes, and I have to say that when I sent the invitation to Frank, he told me, okay, Georgia, thank you for the invitation. So I'll prepare something. And this is exactly the spirit of these people. They are givers, they always give. And today we are here to receive. I have to say, you did an amazing research already just to speak for 2 minutes, Frank, but this is who you are. And of course, yes, we also feel you are a member of the club. and we are looking forward to see you whenever it's convenient for you as well. Let me just go to the screen. I don't see anybody who's been a frequent guest, but I see new guests, and I have people here who are new guests. And I'm sure this is a very unusual agenda, but this is what the meeting was about. Would you like to take the floor and give us a little bit about your experience today?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
My name is Peck. I'm coming from Poland, and I'm here for a month for holidays and to visit my parents. And I've been to Toastmasters in Poland a few times, and I've been a member of 2 clubs. And I thought that when I go to Athens, I want to visit a Toastmaster meeting and see, is it different? Is it the same? How it looks like? And I was surprised today because I was expecting the usual meeting, and it's a different one. And a lot of gratitude, a lot of thanks have been given. And I enjoyed it. I've seen good speeches and speeches that inspired me, especially yours. I think you are amazing on stage and have a lot of great expression and enthusiasm. And I didn't expect that. And yeah, it was a little bit formal for my taste, but I saw a few good speeches that I really enjoyed, and I think that I will take things from these speeches and try to incorporate in my speeches when I do the next speech. So thank you very much for having me.
And if you're here in Athens next week, please join us for a regular meeting, and we're going to have the typical Toastmaster experience. You'll see how we do this in this club. Thank you for speaking. Thank you for taking up the stage. I would like to call icon, I think, Eleni Vardakis from the Thessaloniki Toastmaster Club. Am I correct?
Well,
yeah, all right. I apologize. Would you like to take the floor, Eleni?
yeah, well, you know, so I was in the Kifisia Toastmasters Club, but I think I'm kind of in a I resonate with Frank, where you're looking for your Toastmasters kind of home a bit, and so I haven't been to Toastmasters meeting in a number of months, but I'm amazed by how incredibly organized you guys are, and how you're coordinating the hybrid with the live, and so it's just super inspiring, and yeah, so I'm thank you very much for to Mike for encouraging me. He insisted, no, come on, Eleni, you've got to see these meetings, there's something else. So yeah, so I'm very excited because I would like to I don't know, join your HAU club, and I do feel like Frank said here, it feels very comfortable, everything's organized, and it's inspiring. So and for me it's important also to be in a place where you feel challenged, because I also speak professionally, and so I it's something that I definitely want to look into, so that I can sign up to the HAU Toastmasters Club.
You're very welcome to join us. I would like to say to everybody that we do have professional speakers in our club, and that is why we are holding different professional workshops, because we would like to be in the same level and learn and go forward. So you're very welcome to see how things are being supported here. In the interest of the time, I would like to give the floor to some of the officials we have today. Nicholas, would you like to speak or not? It's up to you. You're under pressure here.
No, I just want to say
Okay,
things, but
yes,
not
please,
a lot
please.
of things. Yeah, sorry.
So
I
is the
have not prepared
division
something.
director of Division D director, please, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I just want also to share what the previous speaker said, that this was a great meeting. So, and I just want to say I'm so grateful that I joined this meeting today. I know that I'm not attending this club, unfortunately, because I'm in another club, but it's good to know that because when you're an official, when you are in in a club president or a club vice president or a district official, you're, let's say, contributing your time, your most valuable resource. And it is always good to know that there are people that are appreciating this. And it's not, let's say, doing this and to feel yourself in a good way. And I think this was an excellent demonstration of this call, this meeting today, that people that are spreading the love, I'm pretty sure that you are getting back the love that you are spreading. So congratulations, everybody. And I can't wait for the next things. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikos, for your support the whole year through, especially you're one of the few people that, you replied to my questions about what to do here and there, because, I was also learning. And I would also like to call Elena Grameno, who is the Area G3 director this year, but is also the division director-elect. She will be following, Nikos next year. And I will be reporting to her as going to be Area G2 director. So Elena, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be here today. I really enjoyed the meeting. You had a very nice meeting. I heard many good speeches, very inspiring ones, and I'm very happy to see people with such enthusiasm and dedication for Toastmasters. This is something we should all have in mind, because with that enthusiasm and with the values that Richard Peck shared with us, integrity, respect, service, and excellence, we can create many things and build stronger clubs with very experienced people and good speakers. Thank you for giving me the floor. Congratulations, all the best for the next year. Back to you, Georgia.
And for the next few meetings, I would like to ask anybody online or in person who hasn't been called, who would like to take the floor and address the club, share their experience. And also just to tell you that gratitude is the sign of noble souls, and that's from Aesopus, a Greek one who said that. So I believe we are all here noble souls. As noble souls, just please share your love with us, if you like. Any of our guests online, perhaps?
Hi, this is Stephen.
Yes, Stephen, the floor is yours.
Yes. So I got this ping saying, hey, would you like to attend this Greek club? And it was just like about an hour or two ago. I decided to drop in, and I expected to hear Greek, and I was pleasantly surprised to hear everybody speaking English, which means that I could participate in the club and actually tune in. And a couple things stood out to me. One of the first things was the club is large, and maybe it's the merger of the two groups. And also the camaraderie between the two groups is fantastic. You could tell there's a great sense of camaraderie. There's a lot of love between all the members, and you sense that respect and that collaboration. I think that it's a fantastic club. And listening to some of the speakers today, also, what was interesting is like when Tracy spoke, right? Tracy Baker, you heard the difference in pace and tonality between the different cultures. So like an American type speaker will tend to speak a bit faster, whereas I find that European speakers their pace tends to be slower, more deliberate, more pauses, lots of great hand gestures. I'm not saying that one style is better than the other, but it's so interesting to see the diversity of culture and to listen to the different styles of speaking. So I come to appreciate that. And phenomenally, you guys are doing a hybrid of actually live and blending the technology of the Zoom to give that online and truly create an international and accessible type club. So I appreciate that. And it facilitates me as an external member being geographically located much further away to be able to attend your club. I really, really appreciate that. Fantastic stuff, and keep up the good work. Congratulations.
Stephen, this is very generous of you. Thank you so much. We are meeting in hybrid fashion, all of my meetings from now on. So if you like to join us again, please tune in 7 to 9. That's European Eastern Time. I don't know exactly, Philadelphia should be probably 12 or 7 hours less. Okay, you're welcome to join again. Would anybody else would like to take the floor before we resume for today, please? I don't see any volunteers, but that's great because you've been here. And I would like to say again, throughout the years, both the honorees and the guests gave us two of the most important things of your life, your love and your time. And this is so valuable for us. And there's something that I owe to Richard, and he has now left, but I would like our Zoom master to share. When he came last year, we haven't been ready for that because we were a new team, and it took myself and Jan about 2 months to find what kind of certificate meets our standards, our aesthetic. And I would like to share the certificate of appreciation for International President Richard Peck, but also please see it as a certificate of appreciation for each one of you, because you all definitely deserve it, and it comes from our heart to your hearts. Thank you for being with us. Now I would like to officially adjourn meeting 415. For those who are in Athens, we are meeting next Wednesday, and actually the last meeting of June is going to take place in a theater here in HAU, and it's open to all friends. Please join us to have the experience of a live stage, but in any case, we're looking forward to see you again. Thank you for coming to HAU.
Thank you very much.
So we close the recording.